Hi, welcome to Skill Session. In this video, we're going to talk about the publish-subscribe design pattern for software engineering. It's a widely used behavioral design pattern, and we'll explain what exactly the publish-subscribe pattern is, why it's important, and how to implement it in Java using concepts like event-driven architectures. So this is something that's become really popular with modern frameworks like Node.js and React and the likes of those. So you can think of this as a newsletter subscription, right? Whenever someone publishes a newsletter, you generally don't care, but you can go ahead and subscribe to certain newsletters that you do care about, and whenever there's a new publication, you'll receive it in your inbox. That's the basic idea of a publish-subscribe pattern. So if we take a look at this model, we have a message bus at the center of it, or a broker. And this message bus has one job: to make sure that the consumers get the publications. So clients of this broker can be of the type producer or of the type consumer, or they can be of both types. So you're a publisher if you ever send out a message. You're a consumer if you subscribe to any messages. And generally, you'll have to subscribe before you can receive anything. And the subscriptions have to happen first, because once a message is published, it'll be sent out to the subscribers, but it won't generally be retained. You can, of course, implement this in a different way, but that's the general idea. So the consumers come up to the broker and they subscribe to the topics that they want to be notified about. And then whenever a producer produces a message and sends that, an event will be sent out with the topic, and the consumers that subscribe to it will be notified and be able to react to it. And of course, you can produce messages and then you can consume messages. Just be aware that this could create an infinite loop if you choose to do some kind of automated publication whenever you consume something that is all in the same topic. If you choose to keep your messages in the broker or in the message bus, then you'll probably do that because you have consumers with poor connections, or if you're doing polling, if those consumers are doing polling once in a while to get their messages. But in that case, you'll end up with a broker that has a lot of messages in it, depending once again on your system, of course. But that might mean that you need to clean up once in a while. There is some example code here, some producer code and some consumer code, just to produce some temperature and to consume that temperature using a Spring integration of that in Java. You can look deeper into it, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense to look at every single word here. I think the code is pretty well written and pretty self-explanatory. But the idea is, of course, that the consumer sets a message listener, so they want to do something when they get a message within a certain topic. And then the producer can always just send something to the broker, and that's going to be sent out to that consumer. So the publish-subscribe pattern is often used in event-driven architectures, which are a type of software architecture that emphasizes the generation, propagation, and handling of events and messages as the main means of communication and interaction between components. Event-driven architectures can provide several benefits, such as scalability, responsiveness, and resilience, by allowing components to react to events or messages asynchronously and independently. And that's it for publish-subscribe patterns. Once again, if you have any questions about it, just leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer you. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one.